So after some serious grinding on Techlangg GG, I finally earned enough XP to get the Bolted Mace. But was it worth the wait? Well, in this video I'll show you how I managed to get it, and then I'll take a closer look at it. So stick around to the end if you want to see this thing taking chunks out of the zombies. Now, when the Bolted Mace was added to Techlangg GG a while back, I was looking forward to getting hold of one so I could make a video about it. That was until I realised though that I didn't have anywhere near the 18,000 XP required to redeem it. Thankfully, Techlangg though realised that the old system would have taken everyone forever to have earned any of these rewards, and they've introduced new quests to boost your total XP. Despite that though, the Bolted Mace was still a bit out of reach. I'm pleased to say though that the most recent update to Techlangg GG has added new difficulties to the quests that significantly increase your chances of redeeming more rewards. Now the original quests are labelled as easy, and a normal and a hard version of each has been added. The normal version now gives double the XP of the easy one, and then the hard version doubles that of the normal one. These new difficulties aren't actually any harder than they were before though, as all it really means is that the targets are now higher and therefore it's going to take you more time to achieve them. So my level of XP at the time of making this video was 12,330, so I was going to need another 5,670 in order to unlock the Bolted Mace, and the normal version of the duty bound quest was going to provide a big chunk of it with 4,000 XP for killing 2,000 biters. And the quickest and most fun way to kill that many zombies has to be by ploughing the fields of the countryside in your buggy. Now, there's a perfect field near Jazir's farm that's always chock full of biters, and when you've cleared it you can just quit to the main menu and then continue to replenish the zombie stocks again. That's provided you don't have a tracked quest though. I also activated the next Hit the Road quest, as it's actually possible to achieve 10k simply by doing circuits of the zombie fields, so I was able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. These 2 quests alone though weren't going to be quite enough to get the XP for the Bolted Mace, so I kept an eye on the mileage progress on Techlangg GG, as I wanted to activate the hard version of Hit the Road afterwards, and that one's locked until you've completed the normal one. And that was it really. After an hour or so of zombie smashing, I'd finally earned enough XP to claim the Bolted Mace, and all I needed to do now was collect the blueprint from the quartermaster. Once I'd redeemed the Bolted Mace docket, I was eager to see what was needed to craft one, and you can actually use a surprising variety of base weapons. Pretty much any one-handed melee weapon except swords or machetes, and some basic components. Surprisingly though, you can't use a table leg, which is pretty weird considering that that's essentially what this Bolted Mace is. I tested out a couple of gold weapons as a base and they both retain their original damage level. However, if you use a basic pipe, just a green rarity one, then the amount of damage it does significantly increases when you add it to this blueprint, although nowhere near as high as a gold version obviously. The gold weapon has 4 mod sockets too, and some fairly decent upgrades increase the damage to 4,426, so it should in theory deal plenty of damage on normal mode at least. And here it is. Okay, it's not the most attractive weapon in Dying Light, but it turned out to be quite fun to use. It one hit kills the biters even with a body shot, and it takes a huge chunk out of them in the process, which I think is really cool. It's actually much more fun in some ways though, using the weak green rarity one I made with a pipe, as it still takes chunks out of them every time you hit them without killing them. It's pretty funny turning these zombies into basically apple cores and seeing them still walking around as if it's only a minor flesh wound. So, was the Bolted Mace worth the wait? Well, I can see this one appealing to a new player, as it makes early weapons like the pipe much more powerful, but then it would be much more of a grind if you were trying to get 18,000 XP on Techlangg GG when you're only just starting out in the game. I can't really see how the Bolted Mace would appeal to experienced players either though, as I'm not sure I'd say it's worth all that time spent grinding the quests. It does some damage, but if you've already got an arsenal of exotic weapons, then I doubt this one's going to become your new melee weapon of choice. I'm all for the new quests on Techlangg GG, and it's a really good idea, but this particular weapon would have been better placed at the lower end of the XP scale instead of the Last Hope in my opinion, which is the first one you can achieve. The Bolted Mace doesn't justify the 18,000 XP price to be honest, and it doesn't feel like much of a reward either when compared to the more sought after weapons that you can achieve for much less. Well, that's what I think anyway. What do you think? Is this a weapon that you'd like in your stash, or is it a bit of a waste of time and effort? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers!